Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the stream. It is Thursday, kind of morning, kind of afternoon. And it looks like we are set for quite the heat wave. I was just having a look as the stream was starting up. I was just having a look at there is a heat wave, mild heat wave warning for South Australia, where I live, this week, and we have today is 33, then 37, 40, 37, 38, 35, 32 is the rest of the week. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good week to be inside. However, gotta tell you, this sort of heat wave in March, to the start of March, sure, but it's still March, and just no, should not be. All right, let's find out when autumn is. When does autumn start? From March to May. So we're technically, it's meant to be starting to cool off. Uh-huh. So, yeah. That is a tad worrying that we're having this big a autumn. This big a heat wave in autumn. That is a little concerning. We'll see what happens, eh? So today we are in the kitchen. Who knew? And we will be hopefully cooking some carrot, sweet potato and mushroom soup. Now, the reason we're doing this one is because if you watch Friday's stream, we play Valheim with Wardem, and he made a suggestion that we that I could do something on stream that was cooking Valheim food. So the carrot soup in Valheim is you go straight to the cauldron and you just get it out. Consists of 1 part mushroom, 3 parts carrot, and that's it. That's the carrot soup for that. Max health 15, max stamina 45, and duration of 25 minutes, giving you a healing of 2 hit points per tick. So, hey, that's upright. How you doing, upright? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. But when do we add the bacon? Hang on. Now, I'm just gonna go a little bit fast forward on the music here, because that high pitch, that whatever that is doing my head in. All right. So as always, music by Whitebat Audio. Check out Whitebat Audio Carl Casey on YouTube for more royalty-free music such as this. There will be no bacon in this one. There will be no bacon. So if you wanted to do a vegan option for this, you can use oil instead of butter. And then if you wanted to make this actually celiac, you could use a non-wheat flour, gluten-free flour, because the bit of flour in it it's only 1.5 teaspoons, so it's bugger all flour. It's just a thickening agent. So yeah, you can actually turn this into a full gluten-free soup. So yeah, we're gonna have a go at this with the Valheim inspired let's go find a carrot soup. Well, look, upright, we do have to blend it, so you could do some crispy bacon on the side where you use that as a dipping stick into the carrot. Why not? Oh, boo. bad now. Well, we have to do the occasional vegetarian meal because, you know, tiger. I have no idea whether this is going to be nice or not. I really don't. I have no clue. So. How you going, Kiki? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yes, that one. Just make sure to serve it with lovely fresh rolls, warm, slathered in butter. Maybe. Nope. That's better. Didn't quite get all of the root off on that one. Good bread and good butter, right? Can solve all sorts of sins, absolutely. I was having a look in one of those cookbooks you lent me actually, upright, and I found a recipe for, what was it? I think it was a pottage. No, it wasn't a pottage. It was something. But anyway, it's one of your markers. You've got it on one of the markers in the book. And it's basically, I think it's it's a recipe that uses egg whites. So this could be interesting. Because I've been looking for a non-complicated egg white recipe for a while. So I'm going to give that a go next time I make ice cream and see what happens. I may put it on stream, I may not. We will see. Did 10 laps in a row of the ward yesterday, no frame. Nice, nice. Today, Kiki, we are making carrot, sweet potato, and mushroom soup in honor of the carrot soup from Valheim, which involves carrots and mushrooms. Upright, yeah, the markers I put there for stuff I thought would work well for a feast. Yeah. Ooh, look at that bit of skin snuck in there. What are we doing? Now, this is all going to get blended in the end. So, whoops. I'm not overly fussed about what size I chop it, but I am going to keep it reasonably small. Because, you know, we've got a stick blender. Whoops. But yeah, rough chopping, it's going to be fine. So depending on how confident you are with your chopping and your peeling, you can put this straight in the pan right now, start it frying up. Probably could, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do the prep, then I'm gonna do the cooking. Kiki, don't know if you saw my thank you yesterday, but I said thank you for attending. Yes, I did see that. And yes, I did have fun. Alright, now we get the bowls. I love these little glass bowls. I don't know where they come from, but they are awesome. Alright, there's the onion stuff. So that was basically just one large onion. We're now going to peel and dice out about 430 grams, so somewhere between 400 and 450 grams of carrot. Peeling. Now, we didn't have the option of grabbing organic carrots down my supermarket, so I tend to peel carrots that aren't organic and not bother. I just generally rinse ones that are. I don't know where I picked that habit up from. It is just a habit. But yeah, so I'm not going to go overboard with the peeling. If I miss a little bit, so be it. Upright, when the weather gets cooler, I might be tempted to share my legendary cheese soup recipe. Ooh, nice. I'll always take a legendary recipe. Kira's sitting at my feet and I keep dropping rice on her. Is she eating the rice or does she not care? Nope. Tips and tails, here we go. Come back. We'll have to find a nice beer for the cheese soup recipe. Yeah, my stepdad used to belong to a, what was it? It was like Club 42 or something it was. And every now and then, I think it was monthly, they'd all sit down to a meal. Someone would prepare a meal, and they would then blind serve different beers with the meal, and then people would talk about it and bloody bloody blah. I think it was just a nice excuse to get pissy. But I do remember one time he came home and he was talking about it, and someone had served the same beer twice, but with different food. And the first time everyone thought it was a really tasty beer, and it was nom 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 nom. And the second time they thought it was a crap beer. So it was very interesting. That was kind of my first introduction to pairing food and drink. Weird one, but one that stuck in my head from being a young fella. Use it. Kiki, she gives you resting husky face. Use a different beer each time. But what happens when you get a really nice beer, Upright? That's the question. You know, do you then not serve that beer anymore with that meal because you've already done it once? I like once a month dining club where dinner is cooked by a member rotating around. Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Captain, incoming message.
Uh-oh. You could get back to it, I suppose. Fair. What's going on? Right. Mae West has her feet on Sat. What? Oh, she hurt her feet on Saturday. Okay, what happened? Rarely cook it though because it's so calorie dense. Yeah, well, see, yes. Alright. She got her toe bean skin pulled up. Ow! How did you manage that? Yeah, upright. I do bread and butter pudding once a year, usually on my birthday, just as a special treat. Because it's just, whoo! But it's so tasty. This bowl may not be big enough for all these carrots. Again, I'm not worried too much about the size of these bits because they're all getting blended anyway. Kiki, it's better now. She has delayed onset muscle soreness. Ha! Yeah, DOMs. They're a wonderful thing, aren't they? Honest. Upright might have to make some fresh bread rolls and get some fancy French butter to go with the soup. Nice. Bread and butter pudding. I know, right? It's just one of those. One of those things that's just, oh, so noms. Kiki running around for 3 hours and not used to it. Yeah, that'll do it. That will tucker you out. And May's not a young pupper anymore either, so. Alright, there's our carrots. That can go over with the onions. You got to go back to your hospital job today? Yeah. Whoop. Peel the sweet potato. I'm going to be a bit more diligent with this one. With the peeling. Because, I don't know, I've never tried sweet potato skin, to be honest. It's always been one of those things that I always peel them. I probably should just chop one up and roast it one day, see what happens. Out. Out. Because like regular potato, jackets on are fine. Upright, I also have a Brotian nurse from Nepal who was telling me about some of the food from his home. I have dangerous ideas for the future. So, oh mate, some of the Nepalese food is really freaking nice. They tend to use a lot of chili though, so when I was there, it limited how much I could eat, but the food I did get to eat was amazing. You hungry and just have butter chicken? Upright crispy potato skin and dip is lovely. Sure. Cool. Oh, what the hell? I didn't realize Finn was in the kitchen, and I turned around and he just bolted out of the corner and just scared the crom out of me. Whew. Got all the blue bowls today. Yeah, the heart rates jumped momentarily there, Kiki. Yes, it did. Right. He's also put you onto a Nepalese restaurant here in Adelaide. Want to risk it sometime? Sure. Why not? YOLO, right? Yeah, for breakfast I pretty much survived on variants of duck eggs. Om nom nom nom. So, we've also got pre-cut 200 grams of mushrooms. Interestingly enough, again, I think we did this last time we used that sort of mushroom. The uncut mushrooms at that grammage was the exact same price as the cut ones. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save myself 5 minutes. Just bought the cut ones. Right. What else are we doing for prep? Ah, yes. Ground cumin and coriander. So, I don't have any of those. Well, I have the cumin and coriander, but I don't have any ground. So, give that a quick light dusting, because God's only knows. Because it doesn't store upside down. So, we're going to put it into the mortar and pestle. What are we doing? Half a teaspoon of cumin. Where's my half teaspoon? Half a teaspoon of cumin. Itchy schnoz. And half a teaspoon of coriander. Then we're grinding it up. Yeehaw! I love this sound. I just find it comforting. Actually, won't use that one. I don't know why, I just want to use the smaller one. Wanna. Okay. And there's our spices. Uh-oh, which one ate the PlayStation controller? See, I told you they use a lot of chili in their dishes, Upright.
Captain, incoming message.
Discord. Back later. Akira ate a PlayStation controller. Whoops. What else? We got the mushrooms done, onions done, carrots done, potatoes done, flour, who cares, stock's over there, milk's fluid, so we're done. We're cooking. You told you Asian dumplings were bland. And this is the problem when you eat highly chilied food. I know. It's how I know I've over garliced something. If I can't taste the other flavors in it, then there's too much garlic. See, Asian dumplings can be bland though, although they can be incredibly tasty. So yeah, you know. All right, Kiki's offering to cook. Upright's offering to cook. Everyone's cooking. Here we go. Way to the monkey heart through the gut. Third and fourth rib. I don't lie online. I have out garlicked myself on occasion. It has happened. Alright, so now we're going to put in some butter. We're going to start with some butter. We'll start with a tablespoon-ish of butter. Lies and slander. Yeehaw! Meow! Meow! It's probably a little more than a tablespoon of butter. But those mushrooms are just gonna suck up everything that's in it. It's insane. You cleaned your pan? Oh, yes, that pan. Right. Excellent. What did you end up doing? What sort of pan was it? Because I asked. Alright. Spatula. I'm trying to make these get this lighting going so it doesn't reflect off my glasses as much, but we're getting there. A black one. Okay, well, knowing what sort of pan it is will determine how you clean it. Oh, you saw that bit of onion go flying off. Vinegar, baking soda, leave it soak. Sure. If it's not enameled cast iron, you can use a scourer, like a metal scourer. If it's a metal pan, you can use a metal scourer. If it's non-stick, you've just got to use a non-stick scourer if you want to do that for scourers. The other way is put it back on your stovetop. Put a layer of water in it. Bring that layer of water to the boil. Then dump the water and all the goo on the bottom should release. Like you leave it boiling for a couple of minutes, and then most of the stuff, anything that's stuck on the bottom, should be deglazed, and you just wipe it off. That's usually a good one for non-stick. If you've got something that, if you don't want to do it that way, you've got something really stubborn, but you can use a scourer on it. Little bit of gumption can help clean it off. Depends on the pot. I think stone you can use scourers for as well. So we don't need to cook these onions all the way through. We're just going to get them a nice light little brown color, and then we're going to start adding in the harder veggies as well. But again, at this point, it doesn't matter if you get the onions a little bit too brown, because it's all going to be blended anyway. If you cook them a little bit too far, so be it. You're not gonna affect the flavor of it. generally don't let it, if you start to get that little blacking, you've gone a bit too far, but other than that, you can't use a scourer. Right. In that case, back on the stove, water, boil it, done. It's one of the reasons I use stainless steel pans. I can just clean. I do like my stainless steel cookware. I do have cast iron. I do have an enameled cast iron pot, but now that I've got thick base stainless steel stuff, the cleanup for that, like effectively you get the same result with the thick base stainless steel, but cleanup is so much easier. All right. So they are just starting to get a tiny bit of color in them. So I'm going to throw these in now. In go the carrots and the sweet potatoes. We may end up with some chunks, we'll see. But look, pretty colors. I don't know what it is about orange and green in a fry pan. We don't have any green at the moment, but I find it really satisfying. Just orange and green in a pan is just, I want to eat it. It's awesome. But I don't know why it is so satisfying. Alright, so we're going to heat these through. And just cook them. Let them start soften up. How do you... Now you want cheesels. Okay, sure. We go from nice, healthy, colourful food to cheesels. Look, don't get me wrong, I like a good cheesel as much as the next man. But I don't know how that segues. Oh, orange food. Oh, good lord. Okay, sure. Oh, that reminds me. It was the Tuesday thing for the Americans last night. Or yesterday. I wonder how that went. You see orange, you think cheesels? I see orange and I think Cheetos. Cheezels are more yellow to me. Whereas cheese and bacon balls, sorry. Cheese and bacon balls are orange. Goldine. Pretty sure I've got a Goldine. Let's see if we've got a Goldine. It appears I do. Huzzah! How could you forget the coffee grate? Wow, I'm almost out of coffee grate. Go! Alright, starting to get a little bit of browning on the bottom of the pan. So that's okay. I don't know if you can see it just there. There is just that teeny bit of browning starting. Just fine. But now, I'm going to get Old Faithful wok lid. Throw that on for a minute or so and just let the veggies sweat for a bit. Aha! I found it! I found the bit! I found the bit! Alright, there we go. So we'll sweat that for a minute or so. Maybe two. I don't know. A few. We'll just, you know, sit here chatting away. Yeah, so we're just going to sweat those a bit. Then we're going to check what the butter levels are like. Because if it's already been, if all the butter's been absorbed, then the mushrooms are just going to suck it up again. They're going to suck it up. So we'll put a little bit more in there, just to give the mushrooms something to take up. Stir that in, see what happens. I don't know. I might actually use another tablespoon. We'll see how much is in there. I should have probably looked at the time. What was the time when I put the lid on? I don't know. See, this is where we need a Rach. She always knows these things. Woo! Alright. Now, let's have a look. I'm going to put a little bit more in. I'm going to put about half a tablespoon of butter. Then we're done with butter. And yes, I did just lick the butter spoon. Alright. And again, if you're chopping up your mushrooms yourself, don't worry too much about it. Because again, it's going to get blended. Whoops. Escape. Floor mushroom. We're not putting that mushroom back in. No. Just no. Alright. Okay, I'm just folding everything in. Getting it in there. That butter's already gone. That extra butter that I put in, it's already gone. It's already been soaked up. Again, like I said, if you don't want to use butter, you could probably use oil for this, like an olive oil. That will change the taste, the overall end taste, but that's up to you. And again, when we put the flour in, you can use a gluten-free flour. There's not that much of it to make it, and that makes it gluten-free. Who knew? Right. So we cover that back up for another minute. By the way, I've got the heat on about halfway. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You wanna come say hello to stream? Hello, stream. I'm the Finley. I'm the Finley. There's the stream. Look, there's the stream. Yeah, you just want to get on that counter, don't you? Hey? You just want to get on the counter. Well, you're not, buddy. So we've had fin cuddles. Ooh, yeah. So just, oof. Oh, God. There's that real powerful mushroom smell that we love. Honest. Right. No. 1.5 teaspoons of flour. And wait. What are we doing? I don't know. Cover and sweat them, then add spices and flour. So we put our spices in. Give that a bit of a run around. Now, I'm not overly rushing at the moment, so if, however, you want to get this done, you want to snap through it, cut all your root veggies, your carrots and your sweet potato. Cut them really fine, right? The smaller you cut them, the quicker they cook, the sooner you're done with it. All right, now 1.5 teaspoons, 1.5 teaspoons, 1.5 teaspoons of flour. Oop. That out of the way. One and a half. We fold that in, because that will eventually thicken the soup. Right, flour can go away. What am I looking for? Stock. Now, we're just putting in a vegetable stock at this point. And vegetable stock is one of those interesting ones. When I'm using meaty stocks or the animal stocks, I prefer to do it as bone broth, which, if you have a look in your local shop, is really expensive to buy from a shop. Vegetable stock, on the other hand, just being made of veggies, is reasonably cheap. And I find that unless you want to make sure that you're going full organic, that the shop bought stuff isn't really any different to what I make at home, unless I'm going the full-blown organic version. Look at that, 2 cups of stock we just put in, and that's a perfect amount to just cover that up. So now we just bring that to the boil, and once it's boiling, we'll reduce it to a simmer, put the lid on it, and leave it for about 10 minutes. And then we're pretty much fairly on the way to done. But yeah, the meat stocks, like beef stock versus bone broth, same process, pretty much same process, different time in the pot. So if you go back to YouTube, you will find I'm pretty sure I did a bone broth at one point. And that was definitely a here's one I prepared earlier, because that was I leave it on for about 15 hours. Well, 12 to 15 hours. I leave that on the heat for the first time around. Oh, probably about 12 hours for the first time around. Then I let it settle, take all the fat off the top, cook it again for about another hour or so, just to get it back to the rolling boil. And by the time you've done that process, the bones are just eaten away. There is all the nutrients and everything from the bones themselves are actually in the broth, which is, and when you side by side it to a beef stock, you wouldn't. Maybe a slight color difference will tell you that it's not veggie stock, whereas with the broth, it is thick. It's just like, I filter it. I filter it first to get the little bits out. Sorry, the big bits out. Then I filter it to get all of the fine sedimenty stuff out. Then, and even then, it's still just this beautiful, like, full of nutrients color. It's amazing. Alright, so we're up to nearly a simmer. Trying to... Nope, there it goes. No, still nice and hard. Where's a fork? Fork you! Whoa! Okay. So, it's... the carrot's starting to get there. The fork's going in really easily. Let's see if we can find a bit of sweet potato. The fork's going in really easily, but it's not quite breaking away from the fork. Some of the bigger bits are a bit solid, but that's okay. Just means we leave it on the simmer until that's done. Until basically you put a fork through it, and it you don't necessarily need it to be mush, but you don't want the fork to go in with resistance. You don't want to have to put it in there. I know what I mean. Honest. Alright, that is a little off center, so let's bring that back to center. Not that it should matter that much with this sort of pan. Go! Go! Ooh, a wild toxel appears. I haven't even heard of a toxel. I'm going to try and catch it, just in case I haven't got it. Oh, maybe I do have it. Oh, there you go. Who knew? There's only, I've only got like 700 Pokemon. Alright, down you go. This is going to be a hearty soup. Now the steam coming off that, you can probably see that. You should be able to see that. That's just water. So if it gets a bit low at some point, we can always add a bit more water. Shouldn't do though. And I caught the toxel. Yay! Alright, so I'm going to bring that down to a simmer. Just going to turn that right down. Oh, no, there she goes. Maybe up a little bit. Alright, we've got her on low, low, low. Right, so now we go find a timer. Timer. Where'd my timer go? There it is. Set 10 minutes. The start button. Start. Okay. Okay, this timer sucks. How do I start it? Whoops. Okay. Nope, still can't start it. Okay, that's a crappy stop. That's a crappy timer. We're not using that one. Alright, we're using the telephone one. Clock. Timer. 10 minutes. Start. Ta-da! Uh-huh. Alright, technical stuff going on. No, that's Whitebat Audio. Thanks, Whitebat Audio. You are awesome. There we go. Alright, so, got the timer on. Might take a quick wander off and go grab some ginger ale. So, I'll be back. And we're back. I remembered to turn the sound on this time. Oh, that's nice. That's hitting the spot. Isn't it amazing how, like, on a really hot day, a cold drink, you can just feel it seeping into your body? Gotta love that stuff. Alright, how are we going? We've got 7.5 minutes. I want to open it. I want to open it and look. Yeah, maybe a little high, but I'll leave it at that for now. Shouldn't be burning anything, so Just make sure, yeah, it's turned all the. Make sure it's turned all the way down. All the way down, down. Right, so. Here we are. Here we are. What a day. Right. Oh, that reminds me. It was Super Tuesday or something in America yesterday, I think it was. And I don't know if there's any results in. Okay. So the primaries are up. So it looks like it's going to be Donald. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Donald versus Joe. Come on, America. You can do better. I believe in you. Nikki Haley dropped out. They were the last one. So it looks like Trump's it. There you go. Trump versus Biden, it looks like, for the election there. And while everyone's looking at that, we have no idea what's going on in our own country. Well, they're about to jail a couple of whistleblowers. That's what's going on. For more information, check out Juice Rap Media. I should put a link to that in the description. Love Juice Rap Media. They're awesome. It's where I get all my political information from in Australia. No, it's not. But it's probably the most accurate. We will see. Oh, nope, that's going a bit hard. What are we going to do about that? We're going to check the bottom of the pan. And the bottom of the pan is shiny, shiny silver. So, it's okay. So it's a bit more than simmering, but I could put it on a smaller element. It is on the largest element I've got right now. She'll be right. 4 minutes. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. So, seeing we're cooking a Valheim meal, supposedly sometime in the first half of 2024, the Ashlands is going to be released. I don't know how far off of release it is, but we're now in month 3, so we're at the start of month 3, so they've got 4 months left to do the Ashlands release, if they are going to hit their own timeline. We'll see. I have no idea how close. Waterman and I are probably another, let's say, I don't know, I guess we're probably another, let's have a guess. What's going to be the guess? Guess is going to be 4 to 6 episodes away from being able to take on the boss, the current final boss. Then, so that's a month to a month and a half, which is kind of halfway to their deadline. Well, halfway what's left of their deadline. So you never know. We might just do a couple of episodes where we sort stuff out, get a heap more resources going forward, because I don't know what the hell we need. We might have to go back to a swamp and hunt a heap more iron. Who knows? But yeah, depending on when we end up getting the boss done, we may have an episode or two of just faffing about, resource collecting. Then we'll see. We do have another game planned. It's called Sunken Land. So whenever we finish Valheim, we're going to move on to a game called Sunken Land. Yeah, and we'll see how we go with that. But it'll be interesting. I've read some weird things. It's like potentially the update for Ashlands I don't know. I can't see them doing this, but I've read some stuff where it sounds like when you get updates to Valheim, it erases the work you've done. I hope to the gods that's not true. But if it is, I'm going to be very annoyed. Because we spent a lot of time building those bases. A lot of time. But anyway, so we'll see. Hopefully everything will stay status quo and we can just move on to the Ashlands. We've already found a section of Ashlands that is there. I don't know if I don't know if this is going to fill out the map, or if all of these Ashlands are going to be things and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if the Ashlands is going to fill out the map. So whether once the map is full, they either expand the map and outside of that original ring is where you find the new biomes, or they're done. Right. What are you doing, Buff? Alright, that's the 10 minutes. Let's see how it's going in here. Alright. See, so You can see that is sticking on the fork, but there was no resistance. No resistance at all going in. That was a bit of sweet potato. Yeah. Alright, so I'm good with that. That should blend up nicely. Might actually, yeah, because the fork is pulling it apart. So let's find a really big bit. There's a really big bit. And yep, the fork pulled that apart just fine. So now, we put it in a giant bowl. Well, in theory, I don't know. I don't even know if we could use a stick blender in this thing. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see if we can... Let's see what sort of mess we can make. Hang on. See, this is why we test fire. Alright, let's use the slower speed. Nope. Didn't think it'd work. Thought it was too shallow. Alright, so what pan do I put it in? That it's not going to be too shallow. I'm going to put it in this one. It's got a nice angled edge, should push everything down into the middle. It's another bowl, I know, but feel that shake? I can. Turn that a bit so you can see what's going on. That might be better television. Right. That looks better. I'm going to bring you over here. Look. Unplug the kettle. We can't have coffee anymore. This is going everywhere. Whew. Self-turning. Oh, you can really smell the mushroom. You can really smell the mushroom in this. This be one thick soup. All right. You can see it's just been splashing all up there. All right. There we go. Another blue bowl.
Captain, incoming message.
And more Discord. Okay. Serving spoon. Serving spoon. There it is. All right. I'm going to try it without salt and pepper, then I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it. And then we're going to see I'm not confident. I'm not confident because of the mushrooms. Let's be clear. Phone, take photo. Right. Bolo soup. I'm gonna have to wash this shirt. It's covered in carrot. What am I looking for? Camera. Camera. Okay. No, we want the flash to work. Actually, I'll get that one out of it. Eh. That's better. Looks like there's a pair of demon eyes. Excellent. Demon-eyed carrot soup. Alright, let's have a taste of this. We have, what's that called? Ginger beer. We have ginger ale on standby. Yep. Whew. Now, that said, as we all know, not a fan of mushrooms. The you can taste all three ingredients in that. You can taste. Oh, you're meant to serve with milk too. Half a cup of milk goes in all that, and then you get. So I've got that part. So that may change the flavor. So let's do that. All right, we've done it. We've done our pre. It's all right. I haven't put my goobers in this yet. That was a clean spoon. So putting it back in there isn't going to hurt anything. But as it stands, you can taste all three vegetables. You can taste the carrot, you can taste the mushroom, and you can taste the sweet potato in that. Making a mess. Wah! I'm just covered in this stuff right now. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Spoon. Serve. Alright. Take two. Now this is the goober spoon, so I can't put this back into the main recipe. Not a lot of difference. That's still really mushroomy. But again, the carrot, and it's all that's done is just made it a bit smoother. But the wave of flavors is all still there. There's still the carrot, still the sweet potato, still the mushroom. See, mushroom fans, don't say I won't take one for the team, because I will. I just won't be happy about it. All right, we're gonna have a secondary taste test on this. And sweet potato, carrot, and mushroom soup. There's no salt and pepper. Yeah, mushrooms are so hard cooked. Oh, there's more. So, second opinion is not really getting a lot of mushroom out of it. But then he likes his mushrooms. So, there you go. So, thanks, Valheim. We have some Valheim carrot soup with carrots, mushrooms, and sweet potatoes. Yay! It'll be interesting to see how the other mushroom lover in the house, what the other mushroom lover in the house thinks about it. But yeah, like I said, not a fan, but I can still taste the three main ingredients in there, which is pretty good, really, when you think about it. So yeah, there we go, done. Ta-da! We've made a gigantic mess in the kitchen. So, gonna refill my ginger ale. Whoop! I'm watching you. So overall, not a lot of dishes in this one. Probably half of the dishes I've made are chopping and cutting bowls. Stuff that I use instead of just putting it straight in the pan. So really, a couple of spoons, couple of knives, couple of measures, couple of bowls, and a chopping board. We're done, which isn't too bad. And if you do like this stuff, remember, with this you can substitute oil for the butter, and you can substitute gluten-free flour for the flour, and this will be a meal fit for a celiac. And hopefully someone will really, really like that. Because I can't see a teaspoon of gluten-free flour doing anything to the taste of this at all. I can only see it being added as a thickening agent. You could probably, the amount of, if you cook the vegetable, if you don't quite cook the vegetables as far as I did, where you can, just run a fork through it and they break apart, that could be a thickening agent in its own right. Just leave your vegetables not as cooked, not as mushy, and it should get a bit thicker anyway. So there you go, gluten-free options. And if you replace your butter with oil, vegan option would be a vegan option as well, I think. Oh no, the milk takes it away. So you don't have to put the milk in if you want it to be a vegan option. Butter out, milk out, you got vegan. Swap flour for gluten-free, and you've got celiac. So there is some options there. We did have the milk that we put in didn't really change the taste that much to me. It made it a bit smoother, maybe once it was blended. So honestly, I think you could completely leave out that half a cup of milk, and it wouldn't make that much difference. So there you go. Ta-da! Thanks, Valheim. We're gonna have to get Wardham to do another lick the bowl thing with a Valheim character on the side. Lick the bowl, Valheim edition. So, right, coming up. What do we got coming up? Coming up tomorrow, we have Valheim with Wardham. Oh, excuse me. We have Valheim with Wardham. Then we go all the way around to Tuesday, where we're playing Baldur's Gate 3 with Autumn and Jimtor. Then Wednesday, I don't know. I just want to keep playing Assassin's Creed. We do have some buildings to complete in Minecraft. Well, we have that cartographer's building, but there's a lot of work for that map that is just running around and doing stuff. So I don't know. I'm really falling towards the I want to go play Assassin's Creed again next Wednesday. But if you have a particular objection, jump in, let me know. We can go back and forth between Minecraft and Assassin's Creed. For now, let's say we're doing Assassin's Creed on Wednesday, and then we go all the way around to Thursday, where we're back in the kitchen. I don't know if we'll work our way through the Valheim stuff. There's some things we will be able to do. There's some things that you just can't. I am the Queen's Jelly, where you have raspberry jam or you make out of raspberries and blueberries. The Queen's Jelly. It's Queen's Jelly or Queen's Jam. That would be interesting to have a go at. Queen's Jam. It's Queen's Jam, and it's made from. Hang on. What's it made from? It is made from raspberries and blueberries. So a bit more raspberries, 8 to 6. So that's 4 to 3 ratio of raspberries to blueberries. 4 parts raspberries, 3 part blueberries. Now, I know you can make raspberry and blueberry jam. I know that is a thing. What does it taste like is my question. A spoink appears. All right, let's see if we've got the spoink while we're chatting. So there are options. Oops, poker check. Because I have a spoink. I thought there was a boiling kettle then for a second. We will do things and stuff. Yes, so that'll be Thursday. Maybe some more Valheim cooking, maybe some regular cooking. We'll see how we go. So yeah, that is everything. That is everything. Oh my god, that is everything. All right, so let's go see. No, all right. So we're just gonna call it there. Ta-da! Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for those people who are in chatting away. Always fun to have people to talk to. So hopefully I will see everyone tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock for Valheim. If we don't, we'll see you when you see it. Till then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.